today was day one of finding out things at the NFL Combine.
Oh, yeah.
Because today was a great day to find out some stuff that is going to tell you how the next couple months of the NFL is going to go.
Because this is what we have to live on. Because most of the guys actually getting drafted, we ain't getting a whole lot this time out. At least from the expected stars.
We got the direction that the Broncos are going to go with Russell Wilson. We know what the Bears are going to do with Justin Fields now. We know what another team is going to do with their quarterback. I mean, we know so many things after just hearing coaches and GMs speak today. Let's start with Russell Wilson since he is the conversation. What's going to happen? There's 3 results for Russell Wilson possibly in Denver. He's traded, he stays, or he's released, and the Broncos eat a lot of money. When is this decision going to happen? Sean Payton kind of surprised everybody today by saying, hey, not too long, next fortnight or so, you're going to get a decision on Russell Wilson.
There's a couple factors here. Obviously the cap projections came out. We're further down the road with the draft class. Obviously the pro free agents. I would anticipate it being, within the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
A fortnight.
Next 2 weeks. Like I said, fortnight there.
That was good.
All of a sudden the kids listening going, Fortnite.
Sean Payton plays Fortnite? What's his handle?
You haven't lived till you've seen one of your daughter's friends say to you, hey, Mr. Jason, yeah, I had my first 3 kills in Fortnite yesterday.
That's good.
Oh, your parents must be so proud. What a great day for you.
So happy both
what
my children and I escaped that.
So here's Sean Payton. There's a decision in the next couple of weeks. And then you had GM George Payton, no relation, say something really interesting about Wilson in regards to his podcast from a day and a half ago where Wilson talked about, hey, they asked me to make these concessions so I could play. I wanted to keep playing. I want to win in Denver. I want to win 2 Super Bowls. I want to win in Denver if I can. If I got to go someplace else, I'll go someplace else. But I want to win in Denver. But listen to the general manager when he talks about Russell Wilson.
It hasn't changed. We want to see the entire landscape. We had to get through our draft meetings. We had to get through our free agent meetings and evaluate with what we have. And so we just want to get through the process. Sean needs to see all these quarterbacks. The coaches need to see all these quarterbacks until we make an informed decision.
He went on to say, we've moved forward with this. We've moved forward. And that's a big thing. That's a big thing to hear. We've moved forward means Russell Wilson ain't going to be on this roster, okay? Now, so what are the likely outcomes? That's a big thing to hear George Payton say, we've moved. I appreciate everything Russ has said, but we have moved forward. So when you hear somebody say we've moved forward, this doesn't mean we've moved forward on keeping Russell. No, it means we've moved forward. We're past Russell Wilson now. We're figuring out what the next thing we're going to do is. So the trade of Russell Wilson, not going to happen. You would know by now if teams were interested.
Well, and Payton admitted
and teams are not.
There was no.
They said there's no call.
Yeah,
there's no one
calls.
calling,
No.
and you can't officially make a trade for another few weeks. But the fact that Payton says no one's calling means we're not trading Russell Wilson. You're not going to trade. There's too much money, and it's also too much money because you don't know how good Russell Wilson really is anymore. So it's not going to do it.
Pick up the phone and call. We can talk it out if you want. That's all that is.
It's not Aaron Rodgers still playing at a high MVP type level. This is a couple of years of Russell Wilson playing really bad. So there's no trade coming. There's no buzz about it. There's no talk about it. There's no, hey, the Falcons have been in contact. This team has been in contact. There's been none of that. So there's no trade. There's no trade happening. Is he going to stay? Not after hearing George Payton say, hey, we've moved forward. We're evaluating quarterbacks. We're doing this. Are you really going to evaluate quarterbacks and go through everything we're doing just to keep Russell Wilson? No. We've moved forward means we're moving forward with Russell. We're moving forward without him.
Yeah, you're still doing your due diligence and evaluation. You're hoping that, manna from heaven drops from the sky in terms of the Russell Wilson conversation. But that is certainly not first and foremost. Like on your giant grid of to-do lists for the week other than buy milk and eggs, Russell Wilson having anything to do with his contract and worrying about it is about 1,000. Mm-hmm. Right? You're going through all of these kids that are at the combine, whatever conversations you're having, meetings with other GMs about potential trades and jockeying for position. Russell Wilson is a very low component of any of that at this point.
No, look, you want more? Here's more Payton talking about the next quarterback who's going to be donning the Denver Broncos uniform.
I saw this like humorous meme the other day where there was a Bronco fan with a shirt on, and there was like 8 quarterbacks names with a cross through it, and he's drinking the quarterback Kool-Aid, and our job is to make sure that this next one, doesn't have a line through it.
Wait a minute. Whoa, so you're already talking about the next one, line through it, Russell Wilson in the past tense. It's a final.
Does that mean he's going to go on that guy's jersey and draw the line through Russell Wilson's
Hey, come here. I know Wilson's the last one. You got a Sharpie? I will draw it right through there.
He had one of those giant Posca paint pens, and he just went straight across.
You've heard this from Sean Payton, George Payton. It's done. Like the Russell Wilson era is
They
over.
left no ambiguity.
It's over.
No.
It's absolute with a smile, but it's over.
Yeah, there would have to be a miracle. So, as we talked with Jason Lockenfora yesterday, and I just threw up the fact, look, they're an estimated, as of now, they are the 4th worst in terms of cap availability, or thereabouts. You're looking at minus $19 million. You're going to eat the Russell Wilson contract.
Oh, you're going to eat all of it, it's going to
taste terrible.
Reality sandwich is going to be huge.
It's going to run through you and wreck you.
It's like Joey Chestnut's 4th of July. You're going to eat that,
but then you're going to be better.
But so what's going to happen now? So they're going to, without a doubt, take a quarterback early in the draft.
Sure.
That's what they're going to do. They're going to eat whatever money they have to for Russell Wilson. And it's become a little bit better because the salary cap is way more than people thought it was going to be.
Jumped $30 million.
So now suddenly
they were estimating about 20.
Yeah. So now suddenly the getting stuck with Russell Wilson isn't quite what it was a week ago. Boy, we really, no. Now we can just kind of move on. We can't really sign any other free agents, but we can at least replace him. So they're going to get their quarterback. Their first draft pick will be their quarterback of the future. They're doing exactly what they say they're doing. We're going through the quarterbacks. We got to make sure we get it right. We got to make sure there's not a line through the next guy on this guy's jersey. And they've already moved on. So that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to draft a guy in the first round. Now, would I be surprised if they signed a bridge type guy? No, because there's going to be some quarterbacks out there say, hey, listen, someone can come in here and be a bridge type quarterback until this guy is ready week 4, week 5. No, I could see that, but that's exactly what's going to happen. It's a quarterback as the first pick, and they're releasing Russell Wilson. They're going to eat all the money, and then Russell Wilson's going to see, wow, there really isn't a market for me out here. There is not a market for me.
No, you'd heard the whispers over the weekend of, well, he might have to look at a QB minimum with some incentives. That's reality where we're at right now with the number of quarterbacks in the marketplace. Kirk Cousins showing he's got some mobility, whether he goes back to Minnesota or not, and just keep on going down the line with the number of quarterbacks being drafted. What are we talking, 5 in the first round? And then there's probably another 4 or 5 guys that'll go by the end of the third. So you've got an influx of talent, and Sean Payton wants his guy. At this point, he wants his guy to build forward, because if he's going down swinging, not with somebody else's mistake.
No, and you thought maybe he bought a year, you could do one more, but at the end of the year when it came to all this money that's due and everything else, the fact that they still want to get rid of him after he didn't play terribly, it wasn't like he was Zach Wilson.
You had the benching, right?
But you had all kinds of things they're going through. We gave up all these draft picks for you, and we paid you all this money, and after 2 years, guess what? We're moving on. I mean, that's how badly they want to get rid of Russell Wilson and get him out of debt. That's how bad it is.
We talked about it, the way Peyton runs his offense, and Russell Wilson, while the numbers to the blind eye of, hey, here's a box score and here's where he ranks in these categories, go back and watch when those occurred. Like, they're not in moments where they needed him to make a big play. There were very few of those, Seattle drives from Russell Wilson this past year, no matter what the final results were. It's like, oh, he was, look at it, touchdown to interception ratio, whatever else. Dig a little deeper.
Today's the day you knew. It's not going to be a trade. He's not going to stay with a team. They're going to eat all the money, and they're going to get rid of him, and that's how it's going to end. That's exactly. We got everything we need today. Peyton and Peyton both decided we're going to tell everybody the truth today. And this is how it's going to go. It's a huge day in the comment. It's not just Russell Wilson. Like I said, we got Justin Fields here. Yeah. But this is how it's going to end after you heard today.
I can't even say he had a good run.
I
mean, he had a good house.
No, well.
And then he.
But if he can't sell it and takes a loss, it's not a good run.
Well, eventually he may have to take a loss.
Mm-hmm.
And then, or there'll be squatters. And then, I mean, he did have his own office for a while.
I'm squatting in Russell Wilson's house. Hey, listen, all of you have to be on the first floor. I'm in the office by myself on the second floor, okay? That's how it works, because I'm Russell Wilson. If we're all squatting in Russell Wilson's house, I get to be him, and I'm squatting right next to where the bathroom is and the bedroom and the kitchen, everything else. You guys are all on the other floor together. You guys are all sleeping on the floor in sleeping bags next to each other. I'm on the second floor.
Also, the nano bubbles are mine.
This is a real thing, by the way, the squatting in mansions.
Oh, yeah, of course it's a real
100%.
thing. I think, didn't Randy Quaid and his wife do that, and then they blitzed to Canada after a while? I think he was caught squatting in mansions.
He's an interesting character, to say the least.
Boy,